Hi there. It is so beautiful out. So I'm sitting out on my back deck and I'm going to read you guys a story. We are winding down our school year and summer is coming. And so I thought I'd read a cute little summer book that was my children's called A Clam Named Sam. And it's written by Lee Devitt and illustrated by Chris Millis. And he's sitting on a sign that says, "Welcome to Martha's Vineyard." Has anybody ever been to Martha's Vineyard? Here's a picture of the author. My son Jack was born over on the vineyard, which is kind of cool. And here's a picture of Lee Devitt. She's the author, and she lives on Martha's Vineyard herself. So hopefully I won't get bothered by too many bugs out here. Let's get started. There we go. Sam is a happy clam. Who has ever heard of a happy clam? Not many of you, I'll bet, because most clams don't talk. You know the expression, clam up, which means be quiet. For that matter, who ever heard of a clam with a name? Sam's mother had always wanted a name, so she named her first baby Samuel. There he is as a little baby. It says Sam. There's his mom. Sam was happy to have a name. In his little clam voice, he would sing, "I'm Sam the Clam." Sure does look happy. It made Sam happy to sing. If you are ever on Martha's Vineyard, a big island 6 miles off the part of Massachusetts called Cape Cod that hooks out into the water, into the Atlantic Ocean, on a map of the United States, you will have to listen for a clam singing. That is where Sam lives. Right here, Martha's Vineyard. And we live right about here. Well, actually, he lives in the sandy and silty bottoms of bays and ponds. Of course, you and I would have to listen very carefully to hear him. Sam did not always agree with his mother, especially when she warned him not to sing so loudly, as the clam diggers would be more likely to find him, or to stay away from certain places that were becoming polluted and dirty. Uh-oh, there's a clam digger. Run, Sam. Yeah, and there's some trash. Stay away from that. One day, Sam was lazily enjoying the warm water in a small pool left as the tide went out. He sang, "Ah." Suddenly, he was being lifted high in the air. Then, just as suddenly, he was dropping down and down. Oh no, a seagull got him. And that's what seagulls do when they want to open up a clam. They drop them on the hard pavement so they crack open. He landed with a big thud. Luckily for Sam, the gull that dropped him to break his shell had missed the roadway, and Sam landed in a clump of marsh grass. Phew. Some children had seen the gull carrying the clam and pointed to it, at the same time yelling for their parents' attention. That was Sam's lucky break. The gull did not return to try again. Pretty soon we'll be able to go to the beaches too. Duxbury just opened up, so hopefully you guys can enjoy your beach or come to Duxbury or wherever. Very slowly, Sam recovered enough to dig through the mud and sand to the nearby pond and into the bottom. He stayed there for a long time before he was over the shock, closed tight as a clam. There's a little medicine bottle and an ice pack on his head because he probably has a headache from falling to the ground. In a few days, he felt better and was busy filtering food out of the water, happy as a clam can be, and singing, "I'm Sam the Clam, a lucky clam I am." Look at all the fishies looking at him. Do you know why Sam sang? Well, he had known too many clams, so uptight, with their shells closed together most of the time. They did not grow very fast and were sad. Sam decided when he was very young that he would never be sad. He decided to be happy no matter what. He often felt lucky and happy not to end up in a clam digger's pail to be carried home for supper. Someone else's supper, that is. Here he is, thinking about all the other clams that got taken away. When Sam was young, he had a scary tussle with a starfish. Luckily, the starfish was also young and not nearly as strong as his daddy was. Starfish like to open up clams and eat them. This guy's mad because he doesn't think he can do it. The starfish wrapped his arms tightly around Sam and tried to pull and pry his shells apart. He tried and tried, but he could not even the least little bit. Thank goodness again. Poor Sam. Sam used all his muscles to hold together tightly. You know how sometimes kids struggle and tussle and neither wins, so then they give up and walk away? Well, that is what Sam and the starfish did. There he is, angry, walking away. He couldn't get Sam open. It's a good thing. Isn't Sam something else when you know how happy he is? He sings, "I'm a lucky clam, I'm a happy clam, I'm Sam the clam, I am, I am." There he is, relaxing on a hammock. Do you want to know more about Sam? Have you ever wondered about your grandma and grandpa? Maybe you are lucky enough to know and see them. Grandpa looks a little kooky. Have you ever wondered about their grandparents? Your great-great-grandparents? Maybe you have some old pictures at home, or you've seen pictures. Sam had a great-great-grandpa too. As clams go, he's quite famous. Part of his shell is in the State Museum for people to look at. Why? Well, I will tell you. Long ago, Indians used clamshells as money. The Indians who lived along the coast used pieces of old clamshells washed up on the beach. If there were layers of purple in the shell, it was called black wampum and worth twice as much as white wampum. Sam's great-great-grandpa had been very, very purple. He was used in trading, buying, and selling for a long time. There are the Indians. Instead of money, they used pretty shells to pay for things. Now, you may find a piece of wampum if you go beachcombing. That is what it is called when people walk up and down the beach, looking for things the wind and the waves wash up on the shore. So as you look among the different shells and stones, you may get lucky and find some wampum. And she's like, "Look, I found one." Of course, it would be more fun to hear Sam singing. You'll have to be ever so quiet and listen very carefully to hear above the noise of the water. I'm Sam, the lucky, happy clam. Sam, the clam am I. You can't see him. He's way down in the sand, but you can hear him. And there's the author. If you go clamming, you can also see the clams. They squirt up little shoots of water. So if you're walking around and you see water squirt up, there's a clam down there. So anyway, thank you for joining me, and I will hope to see you guys soon for our Zoom call. And I miss you all, and goodbye for now.